Foods culture. But first, a little history to understand why the culture has so much effect on me. I've been in the retail business for about 27 years. 16 of those years I spent in the conventional world. When I explain to people that working in the conventional store, I always explain to them that I really wasn't a store manager. It was more like a store facilitator. I had no real power. I had no real say or control. And our culture was basically, if you don't like working here, there's the door. For me, the conventional world was very controlling. And I felt the culture was more about fear. Fear to be replaced, fear of making a mistake, fear to question, and even the fear to make a suggestion. I couldn't thrive in that kind of culture. In 2000, I started working for Wild Oats. I learned rather quickly that I did have freedom to actually manage. I could be creative. I could make decisions that would affect my store. I enjoyed my time at Oats and learned a lot about my leadership style, and overall had a very successful 7 years. But our vision was always changing, and we did not have a clear direction. On top of that, we were wondering what would happen to Wild Oats. We knew eventually someone was going to buy us. August 2007, Oats became Whole Foods. The support we received in the Reno area after the merger was amazing. In the first several weeks and the months that followed, it was like a revolving door of team member support that came to Reno. It was not about correcting us or showing us what we were doing wrong or how much better Whole Foods was. It was about accepting us into the Whole Foods family, into the Whole Foods culture. Welcoming us to Whole Foods family was to share the Whole Foods vision, They were learning who we were, they were encouraging us, supporting us, and asking what they could do to help. Seeing Whole Foods culture in action made me realize this is what separates Whole Foods from everyone. This was why team members are passionate about Whole Foods. This was why Whole Foods just dominates. I saw it in action how a team could work together and support each other. How with support and encouragement, communication, you could inspire and energize a group of people. June 25th, 2008, the Whole Foods Reno store opened. In about a week into our opening, I had the opportunity to meet Walter Robb. I was introduced as a former Wild Oats store team leader. I shook Walter's hand and he asked me a question that I've never forgotten and was completely cut off guard by. He asked me, "Why are you still here?" I didn't know what to answer him. I didn't know what to say. I was thinking, was there a mistake made? Did I miss a memo? Was I not supposed to be at Whole Foods? He explained that too many Wild Oats store team members had made it through the merger and was wondering what was different about me. Why was I still here? Well, the reason I'm still here is because of the Whole Food vision, the Whole Foods values, and the Whole Foods culture. All of those items, that attracted me, and I wanted to be part of it. I learned that Whole Foods culture is very unique. It's alive. When you walk into a Whole Foods, any Whole Foods store, you can feel it, you can sense it, it's there. In the 3 years that I've worked at Whole Foods, I've also learned that the culture and vision fits me as an individual. It fits me to my core, to my moral fiber. It just feels right. I like the self-responsibility that Whole Foods expects and encourages from me. I like that Whole Foods stands for as a company. I like that our leadership has leadership courage. That we as a company do what's right, even if others don't agree. That I work for a company that's trying to make a difference in the world. I thrive in this culture because my opinion matters, because I have the freedom to do what's right for my store, for my team, and for my community. I get many opportunities to talk to people all the time about Whole Foods, and I find myself bragging about our culture and values, and all the amazing things that we do, and how blessed I am to work for Whole Foods. Thank you.
To me and asked me to talk about Paramus and the culture of Paramus and how we were able to do that. First, I was completely honored, and I said, I have no problem telling you how we did that. But I'm going to take a step back a little bit. When I was interviewed for the store team leader position of Paramus, Rob Twyman said to me, our regional vice president, "What are you most nervous about?" I turned to him and I said, "I'm not going to lie to you. I'm really nervous about the economy." And he just looked at me. I said, "You know, I know we can do everything else right, but it's the economy, it's going to really be hard." So I then thought about that as a store team leader, and I knew that when we opened up Paramus, we knew that it had to be all about the team members. It had to be the growth of the team members, because we knew we weren't going to really be able to celebrate a lot. You know, we had a tremendous opening when we first opened days, we did 1.2 million plus. We had over 40,000 customers. And then a place called Fairway that I say actually sucks. Yeah, they suck. And I knew they were going to take away a little bit of our thunder. And we were ready for that. We got a program going called Fast Track, and we believed in that. And again, it was about the growth of our team members. And we recognized our team members 45 days in that we needed to cultivate them. And we knew that it was going to be hard. And we knew we were going to J-curve, but we didn't just J-curve in Paramus. We went diving down into the pit. And that first summer, we did to the lowest sales week of 635. And it was really hard. And the one thing that we all talked about as a group, we got to stay the course. We have to stay the course, because Fairway ain't going to do that. And we believed in what we called Yes Town, meaning that we talked about just saying yes to our customers, but more importantly to each other, that we would never say no. If somebody was struggling anywhere in the store, whether it was a team leader or a team member, we were going to be there as a group to help that person survive and celebrate it. And you know, our whole body team had a tremendous opening. They far exceeded expectations. And that team never walked around the store going, oh, we're the best. They took what they were doing well and they helped other teams. And that's what it was all about. We became a store that was one store, one team. And we told each other there was only one way to get in trouble: if you said no. We didn't believe in the word no, we only believed in the word yes. And then we talked about our sales, and we talked about our basket size. And we kept cultivating the leaders of the store. And there were over 50 people promotions in the first 2 years. And a lot of those promotions were into leadership. And we didn't just take care of Paramus and our customers, we took care of the region. The 2 opening ASTLs are now store team leaders. We were able to produce team leaders, and we continue to do that. But we do that because when I was down in the dumps, my regional president and my regional vice president kept saying, you can do this. You can do this. So they empowered me to empower them. And all I did was try to give them everything they needed. But what they needed more than anything was each other. And that's all we did. We just really helped each other. So here we go into year 2, and we wanted to crush our holiday quarter. And we did. We did 23% comps coming out of that quarter. We had $1 million week, and we broke a sales record for Thanksgiving. And then we did it again in Christmas week. We didn't think we were going to do that because we were closed the whole day, and we upped it. And you know, if it didn't snow, John, on that Monday, we would have done another $1 million week, and we would have had the trifecta in Paramus. We would have had it. That team leader group worked so damn hard, but more importantly, they believe in their team members. And we believe in our team members. And because we believed in them, they believed in our customers. So it's really simple. Take care of your team members, give your team leaders what they need, and you can do anything. Thank you.